Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com. Ivory soap was advertised as being 99 and 44/100% pure, which is the exact opposite of government climate science. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says that temperatures in Michigan have risen almost 3 degrees Fahrenheit since the beginning of the 20th century, and historically unprecedented warming is projected during this century. Most people in Michigan would probably enjoy the temperature rising 3 degrees Fahrenheit, but the problem with what NOAA is saying is that it simply isn't true. Thermometer data from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration shows that Michigan has actually cooled a little bit since the start of the 20th century. The thermometer data is shown in red. But that's not the information which most of the public sees. The data which most people see is the adjusted data shown in purple. NOAA massively cools past temperatures in the United States. The appearance of warming in Michigan is due entirely to data tampering by government scientists. This graph shows how much they've altered the data. You can see that early 20th century temperatures were cooled about 3 degrees Fahrenheit. NOAA says the temperatures in Michigan have risen almost 3 degrees since the beginning of the 20th century. That isn't true. All of the 3 degrees is due entirely to their own data tampering. Let's look at another graphic from this same NOAA website. NOAA shows that the number of 90-degree days in Michigan is down more than 50% since the early 1930s. And this graphic shows all 16,955 temperature readings in Michigan from the United States Historical Climatology Network, which were over 90 degrees Fahrenheit. You can see that temperatures in Michigan tended to be much hotter prior to the year 1960. Almost two-thirds of Michigan's 90-degree days occurred before 1960, and the average temperature of hot days prior to 1960 was higher as well. There's also no indication that summer nights have gotten hotter in Michigan either. The warmest nights in Michigan occurred during the 1930s. Now let's look at Illinois. They say temperatures in Illinois have risen about 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit since the beginning of the 20th century. Historically unprecedented warming is projected during this century. But NOAA's thermometer data from Illinois shows the exact opposite story. That's shown in red, and it shows that Illinois has been cooling. NOAA's claim of warming in Illinois is due entirely to their data tampering, shown in the purple graph. NOAA cools older temperatures in Illinois by about 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit. All of the claimed 1.5 degrees warming in Illinois is due to NOAA staff altering the data. NOAA shows that the number of 95-degree days in Illinois is down about 90% since the 1930s and is currently at record lows. Hot weather in Illinois is much less common than it was 90 years ago. This graph shows all 44,640 temperatures recorded in Illinois since 1893 over 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Almost 3/4 of those hot temperatures were recorded before the year 1960. And prior to the year 1960, Illinois' hottest temperatures were much hotter as well, including 115 degrees in 1954. Illinois has only recorded 3 temperatures over 100 degrees in the last 10 years. Compare that to 1936, when Harrisburg, Illinois had 46 days over 100 degrees, including 113 degrees on July 13, 1936. Illinois used to get much hotter than it does now. The same pattern is true with warm nights in Illinois. The number of nights in Illinois with minimum temperatures above 75 degrees Fahrenheit has sharply declined since the 1930s. So once again, all of these claims from NOAA are completely fake and are the exact opposite of reality. Ivory soap may be 99 and 44/100% pure, but government climate science is the exact opposite. These government agencies control the data and they control the flow of information. As a result, they've been able to propagate a completely fictional story about the relationship between the burning of fossil fuels and climate. And the propaganda they're creating is driving the world towards disaster. Western countries are facing severe energy poverty. And yesterday, African nations told COP27 that they need fossil fuels to tackle poverty. The key to getting this disaster stopped is to get these government agencies to stop tampering with the data. A small handful of people at government agencies are driving the world towards a major disaster. Toto has been pulling back the curtain on this cabal for the past 14 years. You can visit him, Kyrie Caesar, Toki, and Upala on the web at realclimatescience.com.